is away. The first transport is away.
Alright, well, welcome to the second video of this Rebel transport. Okay, so I had a lot of people point stuff out to me that was really helpful to me. Okay, so people with a trained eye would have seen that in my previous video that I had a whole bunch of resistors daisy-chained at the very end, and then it went into the negative here to go back to the battery. But they don't do any good if they're there. They have to be in front of the lights. Okay? So, what I have done here is I have a switch going on here. And, of course, this switch is what I'm using to turn the lights on and off. Alright, so, jumped up here. Okay, now, from this line here, I got a bypass going over here, and then I have this ohm resistor here. I have an 820, and then I have a 220, kind of chained together here. So I had like a 430, and a bunch of 430. So I just got an 820, and it's doing a good job. It lights up these three here, and then it jumps over here to the output. Now this other, on that same line up here, it jumps down to here, and I have another 820, and then 220. Oh, you know what? This is a 430, and then this is a 220 actually, because I have more lights here. So, what I'm doing next is I have these four lights going along here, and then the output jumps over here and then down here, and then then I knock it on the floor almost. Okay, so this is the best way that I know how to do this. Okay, the guy at the electronics store, he said that, you know, you could do the mathematics and all the what's it called, the Ohm's law and all that. He told me, look, just don't stress yourself out with that. All you have to do is get plenty of resistors, and then take away resistors as necessary, and just, you know, take it easy. And so that's what I did, and it works. I did a 8-hour test burn with this battery, and I am confident that these are doing just fine. So what I'm going to do next is kind of start installing some of these lights into here. And I bought this. This is Tamiya plastic beams. This is 5mm pipes. And what I have done is try to cut it in half and make it even. It's kind of hard to do. I had a lot of, you know, cutting it. It kind of went down to one side, so I had to throw a bunch of these things away, these segments here. But what I want to do is try to glue them into place like this here, right here, to kind of add like a bit of a cover to the lights. So we'll see how this works. Okay? Okay, I'm going to try this new camera angle here, so that you can get a better idea of what I'm doing here. Okay, so by the nature of how I want to light this kit, what I'm going to do is feed the LEDs through the little holes that I had drilled out, and there, so they come up through here now. Okay, so what I'm going to do is got my tweezers here, and I'm going to kind of pull this into place here, and I'm going to maybe kind of bend them up a little bit. I'm just going to make sure this is kind of seated well in here to make it look kind of like flush. I want it to be centered. Okay. So this looks like it's centered. Okay. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to use my glue gun here. And oh shit. Crap. Alright, so I already got some glue coming out here. And crap. I kind of didn't want that to happen yet, but you know, whatever. I need a tissue or something. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of hot glue this into place in here. Okay, there. I'm going to let that set. And I need tissues. Okay, shoot. Alright. I kind of made a mess here. But it's okay. That's why you do this before you paint the darn thing. Okay, so I just need to get these spider webs out of here. There. Okay, so I glued that thingy into place here. Now, as it dries, I want to make sure this is going to be centered okay. And in fact, what I might do is make sure I get some glue coming in this way in the bottom here. There. Tissue. Tissue. Gosh, it's like working with tester's glue. Stupid tester's glue. Yeah. Alright. Okay, so I think mission accomplished, maybe? I'm going to use a cotton swab. Kind of cram the hot glue into there, get it in a position there. This is my first time doing this, so just bear with me, okay? So it is kind of dried, almost. There. It's just that first glomp, that blob that came out just kind of surprised me. I wasn't expecting that. Neither was I expecting the Spanish Inquisition. Alright, so I think that should be good. Alright, now let's move on to the next LED. So I want to kind of make these all go together in the same pattern. Okay, so I'm going to cram this into this hole here. Actually, I should point, curve this up. Gosh, I'm nervous doing this, Working on the breadboard's easy because it's temporary, but this is kind of permanent, Gosh darn it. There, come on. Okay. Help this get through here. There we go. And it's not nearly as straight as it should be. There we go, come on. There, now that's straight. Gosh, this is hard. Okay. Alright. So now I'm going to hot glue here. And it's going to be in a permanent position now. left-handed. I should probably put this in a different place instead of over there by my right. But, you know, whatever. Okay. Alright, so this is kind of straightened out too. I'm going to just do it for the third one here as well, okay? Stay tuned. Okay, I just hooked up my 9-volt battery thingy here to a resistor here, and then I'm going to clamp this onto the positive. And then all I have to do is touch the minus onto the short one. And it's working, as you can see. Now let's do the next one. And then without touching, that one works. And that one works as well. So I'm ready to wire these together in a sequence. So here I am. I've got things situated, and to put these into the series, I have the positives connected to each other. So right here I've got my soldering iron, and before I get started, I would like to share one of the deep thoughts by Jack Handy. If I lived back in the Wild West days, instead of carrying a 6-gun in my holster, I'd carry a soldering iron. That way, if some smart aleck cowboy said something like, "Hey look, he's carrying a soldering iron," and started laughing and everyone else started laughing, I could just say, "That's right, it's a soldering iron. The soldering iron of justice." Then everybody would get real quiet and ashamed because they made fun of the soldering iron of justice, and I could probably hit them up for a free drink. So, let me take my glasses off, because I've got old man eyes. And what I want to do is get this surface here. It's all hot and sticky. Alright, gonna... There. Alright, that looks good. There. Alright. Now let's do the middle one here. Yep. Let me see here. Yeah. Can you see this? Hope you can see this. I suck at this, by the way. That's why I'm choosing a big, wide open model like this to do something like this on, you know? Oh my golly. Dude. But you know, I don't think I got it on the... So all the negatives, I pushed them out of the way, right? I kind of pulled them out of the way. Let me get more solder on here. See if I can get the back one here. Get that all crusted up. There. Alright. Alright, now let's do this one here. Kind of glob it on there. Now the positive lead is going to have to go here too. From the battery, you know. There. Put this down. Hopefully it doesn't fall on my lap and burn me. I am wearing my work apron though, so that's good. By the way, I'm wearing my Hasegawa apron because it's great. Okay, I think I got this. I think it's pretty much on there. Okay. Now, I got some of that, oh, where is it? Here we go. I picked this up at the home store today. This is some heat shrink tubing. So this is my first time I've ever used this. Apparently I can use my wife's hair dryer because I don't have hair. I haven't used a hair dryer since like forever. And then I can kind of cut these into little segments, kind of maybe slide them onto here and protect them. Then kind of pull them out of the way and then do the negatives. So, yeah. What I need to do is get another lead of wire coming from there. And I need to do the resistors here. Kind of segment these. Now what I can do is cut these into shorter segments. There. Okay, now this is the 800 or 820 or whatever it is. And I got it sequenced with this guy here, which is 440, I believe it was. I just need to solder these guys together here, make them happy. So happy together. Oh my gosh, am I gonna get sued? You know, because if TPP is voted into law, maybe I can get sued for singing something like that. I hope not. Okay, so I'm going to solder this. So, what do you think of my soldering job?
It stinks.
Oh, come on, it's not that bad. Alright, so I've got these two resistors. You know, I'm left-handed. I'm going to switch hands here. Okay, I got the two resistors. They're kind of holding hands here. And I got this little section of wire here. So, here we go. Okay. Get it all hot. There, I don't know why my hands are shaking like this. I've had lunch. I don't know what's wrong with me. Alright, come on. Let's get these two connected. I'm going to flip this over. See if I can connect it from the back side here, if necessary. Although, you know what? I think they're connected all the way around, so I guess that's good. Okay. Get this all hot again. Come on. There. Get on there. It fell on the paper. That's why I got this scratch paper here, because I don't want to get my cutting mat all heated up and burned or whatever. Okay. Alright, I guess this is good. Get down there. There. Okay, I guess that's good. So, now what I need to do is connect this also to this doohickey here. So, if you can see this, sorry if you can't. This needs to, I'm just going to wrap this around here. Oh, crap. There. Maybe not. Crap. No. Okay, there we go. I suppose that's good enough. Jeez. It's supposed to... Come on, just loop around there, pal. Alright. Ah! Man, I need to get one of those second pair of hands kind of a thing. Helping hands or whatever they're called. Alright. Now, I'm going to solder the crap out of this with my soldering iron of justice. There we go. I think I need to clean the end here. But other than that, I think this is pretty good. It's pretty solid, I suppose. Let's do it some more here. Just get on there and stay on there, please. Gosh. In fact, let's get a bunch more down here too while we're at it. There we go. Alright, I believe that should do it. I'll wait for this to cool. Maybe wrap this with electrical tape if necessary. But that should do it. So it's connected to here, and then this to this positive, and then the positives are connected. So next, I'm not going to show this. I'm just going to skip ahead because you can see what I'm doing here. But the negatives will have to be strung together and then going out. Yeah. So from the bottom here, I'm going to have to create a wire that splits into two series. One for the bottom lights, and then one for the top lights. And I just did the bottom lights, so I'll do the top lights next. Okay, so, because I am a stupid spaz, the soldering iron kind of touched this little part right here, so I'm going to have to make this like kind of like a battle-damaged area, I suppose. Fortunately, it didn't do too much damage. Alright, so I've got this hooked up to the power, and I'm just running it through the breadboard here just because it's solid connection. So let's turn this on, and here we go. Dude. Oh my gosh. So, again, I don't know anything about electronics, really. I've never really soldered much ever in my life, but here I am. And I've managed to accomplish this. So, for what it's worth, that is pretty darn cool. So what I want to do is just kind of insulate this crap here, and then I'm done. So I've got the bottom lights working, and I just need to work on the top lights. Neat. Okay, so I got this wet sponge here, cleaning off. That was one thing I forgot to prepare when I first started soldering here. Alright, so first thing first, before I start on the other stuff here, I have this segment. Here it is. I got this heat shrink stuff here, this tube. I'm going to slide this over the work I've done, over these resistors and such, and over this part here, so as not to interfere with any other wires that might be coming out. Let me pull this through. Gosh. There we go. Alright, so let me get the hairdryer. Okay, I got my wife's hairdryer here. Let's see if this works. Alright, so that's nice and tight. That worked out well, I guess. Yay. Okay, as you can see, all four of these LEDs are working just fine. And these are for the... How many lights are there again on the top?
Yeah! Oh! 4 lights!
That's right. There's 4 lights. Good, Captain Picard. Sorry, I had to reuse that joke. You know, I went through the trouble of you know, snagging that video, and I just had to use it again. Alright, so, moving on. Move on. Move on. Alright, so, these are ready to be inserted into the lovely Rebel transport here. Okay? So, start with the first one here. And just gonna have this, you know, I think I covered this in the previous video. I sanded these so that they could fit. I also had to sand the little trenches that they went into. So I'm just gonna kind of, you know, I put it in there like that, like so. And let's put this into place here with the hot glue gun. Okay. Got that stupid stringy crap. Now, since that is still hot, got this little strip here of plastic. And what I'm going to do is put that into place like so. Hopefully that's going to fit. Well, maybe I didn't get that in time. Let me see if I can get some more in here. There. Now, while this is still hot, hopefully, let's see if this will work a second time. Put that into place. There. So now there's, it kind of has more of like a, you know, blocking that area there. There. Okay, so I guess I can try doing the next one. I want to put it in just about as far as the other one was. Let me make sure here. Looks about okay. And repeat that process. So again, with the hot glue, get it all in there. And then, I need a tissue. There's a tissue. Wipe off the tester's glue kind of crap. And then put this into place here. I think I might want to just hot glue this from the outside. It might be better that way, because these are not really staying in place. In fact, actually, the second one I just put in, I think it needs to be straightened out a little bit. There. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, maybe that wasn't a good idea. There. Ah! This is messy. Maybe this wasn't a good idea. In theory, this should be like really, really, really permanent, but there. Let's get this like so. There. There. Frickin' strings, man. Okay. Alright, I'm going to continue doing this, and I'll get back to you, because this is getting kind of tedious. Alright, so I did not show this, but what I did was I cut a little hole in the cup here for the switch, and it wasn't quite the right size, but I just kept working on it, working at it, and it fits perfectly if I can only hold it right. And so you can see, come on, jerkwad. Alright, there. See, it fits perfectly. So, I got this wire here, and when I used thin swab, a little tiny swab with some Vaseline, and I was able to feed the wires through this this ABS plastic thingy here. Okay, so the battery's down here, the switch is good. Okay. Okay, so what I want to do is put these whole halves together. It's already switched on, so all I have to do is just touch these to the appropriate thingies. Okay, so the black goes to the negative, and then the red goes to positive. And here we go. They are lit up now. All of the engines are lit up. So I'm going to end this video here, and next video you're going to see painting and stuff. So this is getting exciting. Oh my gosh, I've never done this before. So this is a real milestone for me. Thanks for watching and supporting me with lots of good advice, everybody. Thank you. Bye. Oh, and may the force be with you. Nyah.